Welcome, mental upgraders, to another vital episode of Mental Upgrade Podcast. I'm Lina.
And I'm Daniel. Lina, today's conversation is incredibly important. We're addressing the profound impact global events, specifically the ongoing conflict between Iran and Israel, have on our mental well-being.
Absolutely, Daniel. The constant news, the uncertainty, the distress, it's a lot for our minds to handle. Our goal today is to provide practical strategies for fortifying your mind in times of global conflict.
We'll explore the mental health toll, how to manage news, and ways to cultivate inner stability. This episode is about building resilience when the world feels overwhelming.
Let's begin.
Lina, let's acknowledge the reality. Global conflicts take an immense mental health toll, even on those far from the front lines.
They really do. The constant exposure to news and social media triggers heightened anxiety and chronic stress. It's like our nervous system is always on high alert.
That continuous state of vigilance leads to problems like difficulty sleeping, muscle tension, and just a general feeling of unease.
And there's also the profound sense of helplessness and despair. When you witness immense suffering, feeling powerless can lead to deep sadness or even apathy.
This can spiral into feelings of depression. Many also experience vicarious trauma, where vivid online images and stories mimic the impact of firsthand experience.
It's incredibly draining. Plus, the sheer volume of information leads to information overload, making even daily tasks feel harder because our minds are so consumed by the chaos.
These events can also worsen existing mental health conditions. It's crucial to acknowledge these impacts. It's normal to feel affected, and it's okay to seek support.
Recognizing this is the first step toward effective self-care. It's okay to feel these emotions. The important thing is how we respond to them.
Lina, if we want to protect our minds, we absolutely must address our relationship with information. It's all about mindful news consumption and clear boundaries.
This is vital, Daniel. First, curate your news sources wisely. Stick to reputable, balanced outlets known for factual reporting. Avoid sensationalism and misinformation.
Exactly. Don't rely on social media feeds for your primary news. Go directly to trusted journalistic organizations. It's about seeking truth, not just emotion.
Second, limit your exposure. You don't need updates every minute. Set specific times for news, maybe 15 to 30 minutes once or twice a day, then intentionally disconnect.
Treat news like a daily vitamin, not a constant drip. This allows your mind to process and then shift focus.
And critically, avoid graphic content. While awareness is important, repeated exposure to traumatic images can be deeply damaging. Respect your own limits.
Absolutely. Many news sources provide warnings. Use them. Beyond news, set emotional boundaries online. Social media can be a hotbed of anxiety and anger during conflicts.
Mute or unfollow accounts that constantly trigger you. It doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're protecting your mental space.
You don't need to engage in every debate. Sometimes stepping away is the most resilient act. Be intentional about your online interactions.
Your mind is your power. Protecting it begins with what you allow into your awareness. These aren't acts of ignorance. They are acts of self-preservation.
Lina, once we manage external inputs, the next step is to cultivate internal stability and a sense of purpose, especially when the world feels chaotic.
This is where our self-care becomes a fortress. Engage in grounding routines, consistent sleep, nutritious food, regular physical activity, and moments of quiet. These are non-negotiable.
When external chaos reigns, doubling down on these basics stabilizes your nervous system. Even short bursts of mindful movement or deep breathing help regulate emotions.
And for the racing mind, mindfulness and meditation practices are powerful anchors. Focusing on your breath or observing thoughts without judgment brings you back to the present.
That now moment is where your control lies. Another vital aspect is intentional connection and community. Don't isolate yourself.
Reach out to friends and family, join community groups, or simply have meaningful conversations. Sharing feelings lightens the burden.
Knowing you're not alone or offering support is incredibly fortifying. Humans are wired for connection. Lean into it.
For those who want to help but feel overwhelmed, find your sphere of influence. You can't solve the global conflict, but you can act locally.
This means volunteering, donating to reputable organizations, educating yourself, or simply being a source of kindness in your immediate world.
Every act that aligns with your values and contributes positively, no matter how small, counters helplessness and gives you agency.
Cultivating inner stability, fostering connections, and finding purpose are powerful ways to fortify your mind amidst global uncertainty.
It's about building your inner strength to weather any storm.
Lina, as we close, let's address two critical emotions: managing empathy and sustaining hope. Our empathy is a strength, but it can be overwhelming during crises.
It's a fine line between compassion and emotional paralysis. So how do we practice compassionate detachment?
It means acknowledging suffering and feeling empathy, but not allowing it to consume you. Set a healthy boundary around your emotional response.
Recognize the pain, send compassion, and then release it, understanding you can't carry the world's burden alone.
Exactly. After difficult news, try a mental cleanse. Calm music, a short meditation, or focusing on positive aspects of your immediate environment.
Intentionally shifting your mental state prevents negative emotions from lingering.
And channel that empathy into constructive action. If you feel moved, support an organization or engage in advocacy. Transform helplessness into agency.
So instead of just feeling bad, ask, what can I do with this feeling?
Precisely. This brings us to sustaining hope even in despair. Hope isn't about ignoring reality, it's about focusing on possibilities. Humanity has immense resilience.
Seek out positive anchors, stories of peace efforts, acts of human connection, personal resilience. These remind us that hope exists.
And remember the cycles of history. Conflicts end, there's always a movement toward resolution and rebuilding, offering a broader sense of hope.
Finally, focus on your own sphere of influence. Cultivate peace in your home, spread kindness in your community. That act of creating good, however small, is an act of hope.
It's a powerful affirmation that you can choose to be a source of light and stability.
And that's how we fortify our minds, by actively choosing how we engage with the world and by finding our own power and purpose within it.
Lina, this has been an incredibly vital episode on fortifying our minds during global conflict.
We've covered the mental health toll, stressed mindful news consumption, and encouraged cultivating internal stability and purpose.
And we've offered strategies for managing empathy and sustaining hope in challenging times.
Remember, fortifying your mind is about strategic self-preservation, so you can remain resilient, informed, and capable of contributing positively to your world.
Your mental well-being is paramount. Be kind to yourself, set boundaries, and seek sources of strength.
We are here to support you. If this episode helped you feel more grounded, please
Hit that like button. It helps us and helps others discover our message. And subscribe to the Mental Upgrade Podcast channel.
please share this episode with anyone who needs guidance on fortifying their mind during these challenging times.
We'd love to hear from you. In the comments below, tell us what's one boundary you're setting for news consumption or one self-care practice you'll prioritize this week.
Your insights inspire us and our community. Thank you for being an active and compassionate part of our family.
We'll be back soon with another powerful conversation. Until then, stay resilient, mental upgraders.
See you next time.